Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here and you're watching the detailed camera review of the new mid-range smartphone from Xiaomi in India, the Redmi Note 8 Pro with quad rear cameras. The Note 8 Pro was announced for a price of Rs 14,999 in India and comes with quad rear cameras and a 20 megapixel selfie camera. So let's find out how the camera performs in this price segment. In terms of the camera hardware, it sports a quad rear camera with 64 megapixel primary camera with Samsung GW1 sensor and f1.9 aperture. There is a secondary 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and a third 2 megapixel macro lens. There is also a fourth 2 megapixel depth sensor included. There is also an LED flash included. The front camera on the Redmi Note 8 Pro is a 20 megapixel shooter with f2.0 aperture. So let's find out how the camera performs in this price segment. First up, the daylight captures. From the daylight shots, you can see that the 64 megapixel camera offers good clarity for the price segment. By default, it takes pictures in 16 megapixel and there is great amount of details on offer. The sharpness levels are impressive and so is the color quality. This time, Xiaomi has made sure there isn't any saturation issues, and for the most part, the Redmi Note 8 Pro does take excellent job in color reproduction. But occasionally though, the sky colors seems to be a bit boosted but not by a huge margin. The phone also comes with Auto HDR mode, which works pretty well, and the dynamic range is also really great. You can also take pictures in 64 megapixel mode, wherein the size of the image is almost 3 times the regular one. But we would recommend it to take in 16 megapixel, which does an impressive job. The phone also comes with an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and the performance is pretty good. While it can't retain the sharpness and details of the 64 megapixel shooter for obvious reasons, it is still an impressive performer and probably the best ultra wide angle camera in the price segment with good details and usable images. Now looking at the close-up shots, you can see that the phone does an impressive job in bringing the details, and colors are also good with great details and sharpness levels. The phone also comes with 2 megapixel macro lens which can shoot as close as 2 cm, which is first in the segment. The macro shots have come good with good colors and sharpness levels. Macros are definitely a handy feature to have in a camera. Next, the portrait shots. Portraits have been a strength of Xiaomi for quite some time, and here again you can see some really good portraits. The colors are good and they are taken with the primary camera. The edge detection is very good and it seldom misses on the edges. You can also change the aperture value of the bokeh after you have taken the picture, and f2.2 aperture should be an ideal value for good portraits. Moving to the low light images, the phone has f1.9 aperture and it produces very pleasing results in low light and indoor lighting conditions. The noise levels are reduced and offer great colors and details and also sharpness levels. In extreme low light conditions, you can see noise creeping in, but you can shift to the night mode in such cases, which does better. But we still feel there is a bit of fine tuning needed for the night mode, as there is scope for improvement. Overall, the low light photography is very good on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So this is the 4K Ultra HD camera sample taken with the Redmi Note 8 Pro. It can record 4K in 30 FPS but does not have electronic image stabilization, and while 1080p resolution at 30 FPS has electronic image stabilization, 4K at 30 FPS does not have it. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the 4K Ultra HD sample on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So this is the 1080p sample taken with the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So it can record both in 60 FPS and 30 FPS, while 30 FPS at 1080p resolution has electronic image stabilization support, while on the 60 FPS there is no electronic image stabilization offered. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the 1080p sample on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So this is the ultra wide angle camera sample taken with the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So there is electronic image stabilization on offer. There is 1080p resolution support for the ultra wide angle camera, and you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the wide angle camera on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. The phone can also do slow motion videos at 960 fps, and here's the quality of the video. Finally, the selfie experience. The 20 megapixel selfie camera is good and the skin tones are also good. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, we would leave to viewers to decide on how good the quality is. The images have good details and they are sharp as well. The colors are also pretty good, and so is the dynamic range. The phone also comes with portrait mode for selfies, and here again it is pretty good with good edge detection, and it is able to provide good portrait selfies as well. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Redmi Note 8 Pro, which has a 20 megapixel camera. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the video. And this can record videos in 1080p resolution at 30 fps. So you can judge how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the video. So summing up, how good is the camera on the Note 8 Pro and how does it stack up with the competition? The quad camera on the Redmi Note 8 Pro impresses us with great details on offer, good colors and sharpness levels. The ultra wide angle camera is also probably the best in the segment. The macro lens is an added advantage and the low light performance is also improved. The selfie camera is again pretty good. The video recording is something which Xiaomi needs to address, as they are still not class leading and there is still scope for improvement. But overall, if you look at the camera on the Redmi Note 8 Pro, it would probably be the best camera smartphone below the 20,000 price segment in India, and which is incredible feat for Xiaomi. So what do you guys think about the camera on the Redmi Note 8 Pro? Do share in your thoughts on the same in the comment section. This is Dhimal signing off with the detailed camera review of the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.